Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the UIM progress series. In the last episode, we finished off with starting and getting most of the way through Lunar Diplomacy Quest so that we could utilize the Marantil Guam method with the vials, which is what we'll be doing this episode once we finally get enough herbs. Stats still mostly the same from last time. We're going to work on a bit of magic this episode. We're going to try and get that to 82. But mostly it's going to be herbal focused and quest focused. So we're starting off with about 600 Marintils, but you won't see much until we get most of the way through that. I'll just be thieving in the meantime in the middle of them. We still got a lot of seeds to get through. We should end up with about 100 seeds left of each. We've got our cabin time for Song of the Elves. But yeah, that's about as far as we've got. Obviously, the goal of this episode is to finish the series. We're still doing bingo. But I think that is about to end, and we're just going to work on a little bit of thieving just to see it out. And as far as Song of the Elves goes, we still have to finish off Mourning Part 2 and get 70 Herbalism, but Mourning Part 2 shouldn't be too bad. Obviously, we've got to get them 50 items, but it is what it is. So, as promised, we're doing a little bit of thieving, and there's 92, the obligatory, our first actually, halfway to 99, which is pretty nice. And here we are finally up to enough Marintils. It's been about 1,500 Marintils farmed between the first clip of the video and this one. Like I said, there's not really much to see in between farming all these. So yeah, we're finally done with Marintils. We're starting to plant our guams. We've got a couple hundred already. I'm estimating it should take us another couple of days probably just to try and get this. But we might end up finishing up with thieving soon and moving on to magic training in between, just while we finish off the 2,000 guams we need. Boom, coming in with 93 thieving. This will probably be one of the last thieving levels, as I probably mentioned before. The spring goes ended, so we don't really need to be getting it anymore. It's just kind of a time waste. I might come back and do it when I've not got the time to do Mage Training Arena in between each farm run, so to speak. And so for the Mage Training Arena, we do need to buy a crap ton of natures. So we bought ourselves 3,000. Come over here, and we're starting off at level 75. Like I said last time, the goal is 82 for Ice Blitz. I know we could probably do it with lower spells, but I'd rather just not take the risk and get the higher level. But that's tomorrow's problem. One of the most stranger levels to get while farming Guams. We're actually about to get 64 Herbalism from cleaning the Guams and Marintils that we've farmed so far, so nice little bit of progress there. Skipped a few, but here's 78 magic coming in, which means we can finally wield a trident of the swamp. And yeah, it turns out that last episode, or a couple of episodes ago, me was a... we could have stored the Mourner's outfit that we got and not had to go and get another one and repair it, so I'm not too happy with myself. At least it's not that difficult to repair though. So we've got it now. We can... This is just me procrastinating doing more Mage Training Arena, by the way. But we've got it, so we can go and do the Mourning Part 2. In fact, we might actually do it now, because I need an excuse to not do any more farm runs, because I'm going a bit stir crazy. So we've got our chisel, we've got everything. We'll go and see how far we can get in the light puzzle. We're starting it off, we're going to get a chisel here, make our way over to Letia, and then come back and do the light puzzle. I skipped this because obviously we're going to have a lot of light puzzles later on in the video, but as most of you Ironmen will know, you have to get 50 items at the end of this quest to get a death talisman. They're all relatively easy to get. Luckily, we already had a kebab and a wine on us for some reason, but I'll take the win. And yeah, don't forget to turn the crystal around, which is why I labeled 4 tiles saying turn the crystal, idiot. Yeah, so first inventory back. We got another, let's see how many of them take in. Whoa, quite a lot there actually. And this is me literally about to forget to turn the crystal after labeling all them tiles. So yeah, idiot. Another inventory here. Boom. And another inventory. This should be the last lot here. Boom, there it is. Nice and quick and easy. I was dreading this, but it wasn't actually that bad. So let's stick this in here. and then go and turn the crystal round, place it there, and then we can go to Letya and finish the quest. Boom, that's a big one out of the way. Let me skip about 3 herb runs there, so let's get back to those, I guess. Yeah, 20k agility XP, not so bad. Thanks, Mark. So, let's be a good boy, and let's actually store this time, because we will need it for Song of the Elves. And I don't want to have to repair that again. Procrastinating again. 94th even. And finally, we're going to stock up on a full Mystic outfit, because we can store it in the house. It turns out we already had the gloves. And we're going to start Desert Treasure. You know, it's about time we start working on the quests in between farm runs, because there's no point not doing. So let's start on Desert Treasure. Have a good time. Talk to this fella over here. And then we talk to this fella over here. And then all the way back to fella number uno. We've got most of the stuff we need for the guy just south of here, who you have to bring the magic logs and stuff to. We've got everything but the logs so far. So let's go hand these to this guy after buying ourselves a beer and finding out where he lives. And now that we've got him, let's give him all this rubbish. You could have brought it noted, but I don't think there's a way to get these things noted, so we're just going to do 2 trips. It's easy enough. Blood steel bars, molten glass. If we check with him, this should be, yeah, there should only be 12 magic logs left to go. Let's go and get those then, shall we? Turns out cutting magic logs actually takes a long ass time. This is sped up, I think, 15 times it's sped up. And it took a long time just to get 12 logs. When we were trying to get our last 2, I looked down from the computer to watch a little TikTok and ended up getting like 3 real fast. So here they are, bang bang bang. With them finally chopped, we came back to our guy over here and handed them in. He will then go and build us some big old mirrors, which we are supposed to use to locate the crystals, but these days with Quest Helper and the fact that this is about the 19th time I've done this quest, we kind of already know where we're going. So we're going to start off with the smoke diamond, I think. That'll probably be the easiest one. Had to go and pick up a face mask, but then walked back over to conserve the run energy and managed to light all 4 in time. So we got this one. We're immediately going to go and place it on the actual pyramid. I've never had the stranger spawn ever when doing this quest, but of course, there he is. So this is why we're deciding to put the diamonds in after every single time, just because we don't want that happening when we're looking away from the screen and then dying, because it's just going to cause us a lot of pain and drama. The next one is the shadow diamond, I think. So let's see how many attempts this takes us. Cool. Okay, I'll take that first one. I'll definitely take that. I'm not going to complain. So clip's a little bit scuffed because I was using my main account just a body block, but we managed to kill him relatively easy. And while we're here, we're going to kill a shadow hound, I think they're called, just for the diary step, and knock that out while we're here and go and plunk this diamond right underneath and then start the blood one. So coming over, getting our silver pot. I did forget that for this part of the quest you need to go to Entrana. And you've seen before, every time we go to Entrana, we have to kill ourselves, drop all our stuff, pick it up. So I've started writing in chat what world and what time it is, rather than setting a timer. Just because that'll be there whenever you log into Runelight, so I'll always have it there. So yeah, you literally have to kill yourself on this quest for this on Entrana. All you do is go there, talk to this guy for maybe 2 chat boxes worth. There, that's it. 3 chat boxes in total, and that's all. But yeah, had to kill ourselves for that. So let's go and get our clothes back, get everything back in the looting bag, and then carry on. The next fight I am a little worried about, but we'll see how bad it is when we get there. Just picking up all of our stuff. We're probably going to leave the ring of visibility on the floor, but we want our herbs. Like I said, very worried for this one, but it turns out if you just one tick alternate between protect from missiles and protect from melee, he doesn't do any damage unless you miss one, and if he does, it's just like a 7. So we got through it without even having to eat a food, and we got this diamond. So let's immediately go and stick this in the pyramid. The last one is the ice diamond. Now the ice diamond shouldn't be too bad. I've done it before without any problems, but you basically come over, give the troll a K, kill 5 of these things. The only problems that did come up during this was the fact that about 3 trolls in, I think this one here, I ran out of runes. So yeah, not ideal, especially considering it's better than if it was on the boss. So let's teleport away and grab ourselves some death runes here, restore, get our asses all the way back, and kill the rest of these trolls. Now, with these trolls dead coming through here, obviously we've not got a lot of prayer, but we have got a restore there for the boss fight. I had a really bad time. He actually started hitting me a lot. We nearly killed him off. We only had 1 food left, but yeah, it just wasn't worth it. So we got ourselves out of there, re-geared, got some more food, got ourselves back, and then killed him without having to eat a single food. So that was kind of annoying. Rescued this troll's parents just by using the fire spells. This last one, everything seemed to happen on the way up here. It took me about 5 minutes to get up this hill, but we got our last diamond finally, went and plunked it back in, ran through the maze again, never ever fallen going down this maze, and this was no different, and finished off the quest here after about 3 minutes of a massive rant from that guy. So huge quest to get out of the way. We're gonna activate this and put ourselves on ancients and off ancients for the diary task, and then with that done, probably, I don't know whether to buy the ancient stuff now, but obviously that is basically our last requirement apart from the herb step out the way for Song of the Elves. We didn't need that, but that's what we wanted to use in the fight, so that's why we've gone and done that now. So yeah, herb time. I think it's about time we start actually using up our Guams and Marintils. It's enough procrastinating now. There's only 1 or 2 herb runs left. So let's do ourselves in here and go and start on our herb lore grind. Looking forward to this one. Before getting all of our stuff back, we've actually stopped off at the Grand Exchange just to put offers in for some bonds. This is a cheeky way for us to actually store GP if we ever need to get a little bit out, just to, you know, like pay for Hespori on the way. We can just pop back here or to any bank and collect the actual 100k every time out of the 8 slots. So it's a nice little way to store some money that's not in like an LMS or in the Nightmare Zone coffer. And just in case we somehow die to like a Sukwa or something, this is what we are currently risking. It's about 11 mil. The prayer pots are the main thing that I'd worry about, and the rune pouch. Everything else is what it is. But yeah, the prayer pots and the rune pouch would be a bad thing. The Cadentine would be awkward to get back, but we're not actually risking anything that's not impossible to get back, so it's not that bad at all. So let's go and give this a try. And like I was mentioning before, this is what we do. So if we wanted to grab 100k out whenever we die, I need to restock. When we come to get our looting bag anyway, we just grab 100k from there and then go where we need to go. This is our herb lore grind. This is currently sped up 50 times. And as you can see, it takes longer to get the inventory of vials than it does to actually make all the potions and get the XP. So it's like an 8-page dialogue every time you want to get a vial, and then once you've made them all, you have to individually destroy each one. But you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't the worst. It was a way of us getting out of doing a lot more Master Farmer. And when you actually sit down and commit to doing it, actually come out with about 50k an hour, which for a UIM is pretty glonky. So here's 68 and 69 herb lore. And if you remember our last clip, this is actually what it looks like with the roofs turned on. But yeah, there's the last of our Guams used up, which means we are done with this method. We're still a little bit of XP away. So we're going to go use up our Cadentines and then probably figure something else to do. Probably do some diaries. Using up the last of our white berries here, this is what's kind of holding us back a little bit on these Cadentines. Forgot completely to harvest more white berries. Diaries, we're going to go and do 3 instead of the 2 that we would have had to. So we're going to do the Lumberjane Draenor, Falador, and probably Karend. The only problem is we need to go and get like 3 different talismans, so we're gonna have to go back to the Abyss. And here we are, a little bit of PTSD kicking out, not gonna lie. Heart was racing, but we've got protection prayers and prayers, so fuck these guys. But yeah, so we've come through here just to make the like water runes and all that sort of stuff just for the diary. We've killed a cave bug, even though it just seemed invincible and then disappeared, but we killed it, I swear. And then coming down to do the killer zombie step, we actually got 48 strength. We were 1 hit off because we'd already done it. So here's the Lumberjane Draenor one completed, which is a nice little 2.5k XP. The ring's pretty nice to have. It's just like a +1 prayer. Here we were catching essence implants for the mine talisman. Don't worry, this isn't the first one. I think I went, let's have a look. Yeah, we went 33 for this, and it's like a 1 in 10. We had a weird day of every drop we wanted was like 3 times drop rate. But we got it finished. There's the Falador Easy Diary completed. And the last one here is the Karend Diary. Now, this blessing is going to be really useful for us, just because it can teleport us to the woodland to get us over here. But this lamp is more important at the minute, because this pushes us over the edge to 70 Herblore. Buzzing. So we're finally there. We can finally get started on a Song of the Elves, but we've got a few things to knock out first. So, magic. We've still not got 82, so we bought 2,500 casts. And once we've said goodbye to this animal training over at the warriors here, we're going to get ourselves our ancient staff. With our ancient staff, we're probably going to go and barrage some temple spiders. We need to grab the monk robes from Edgevale just for a bit of prayer bonus first, and then get down there and see how far into 82 that these casts will get us. So not been here too long, but we are filling up on grubby keys now. I would normally drop them, but I can't think of any reason not to open them. Obviously we won't keep a lot, but if we get some range pots and stuff, they would be nice for fight caves down the line. I know we're at 70 Herblore, so we'll be able to get them anyway just by boosting +2. But on the side, we did manage to finish off these books, which is another nice easy XP lamp, which I would have thought about beforehand, because we wouldn't have needed to do so many Guams and Marintils, but it is what it is. So we'll cash these in, get ourselves an XP lamp. I think it's a 10k XP lamp actually. And like I said before, we opened up our keys, got a nice few potions, so we'll go and bag them, and then probably go to Mage Training Arena for the rest of our magic. Boom, there it is. So we came and knocked out Lunar Diplomacy while it was ready. Don't know why anyone will be scared of this quest. Very, very easy, just with some death runes. But we got that done, nice and easy. So it's now time to finally start Song of the Elves. So excited, I can't believe we're actually about to start the quest. It feels like it's been forever since we started, but we're going to come over and we're going to start. Boom. Damn, son. Let's get this done. So, with our best Ardy Knight cosplay coming up, we spoke to the king. He said, yes, there's a plague. Then we got all of our cool clothes. Made our Ardy Knight cosplay. Now we can look fresh. We can store this in the house. We came and got Elena's thick, clear liquid. Make your own mind up what the hell that is. Which let her break out of the jail cell. And then we came over to decide to burn the place down. Came around the town, setting fire to all the food sources, like the little arsonists that we are. And then got changed back into our Ardy Knight stuff. And spoke to every market trader to tell them they've got taxes. So we want them to burn their own side down. And then with that done, we start the fighting portion of the quest. You can mostly just save spot them behind the other NPCs. There's 1 or 2 that you have to face tank, but it's not too bad. We actually had a bit of a hiccup here, because my keyboard and mouse decided to want to click and drag everything, including the inventory. And I couldn't really get out. I couldn't click anything, couldn't move the keyboard. So we genuinely nearly died. But, you know, we managed to get our start menu up, at least, and managed to teleport out. Decided at this point to actually go and get some range gear, because we are going to be ranging a lot of the mini-bosses in this quest. So with our new range gear equipped, just some basics, some green DI'd legs and some studded chaps and stuff. Safe spotted all of the Mourning guys here, same as we had done for the rest of them. And with this one, the paladins, we tanked these two and managed to safe spot the other ones, like this one on the corner. Here's the king himself, cursing us all to death and killing us off. And then we get carted off to Letia for the next portion of the quest, where our good pal Ariane sends us back to the waterfall cave for the little puzzle in here. We had to go and get a couple of the items like the ear leaf from Herbalism, but only took us about 5 minutes. Resurrected this old guy who took our teleport back to Letia, so we walked it. Once we got there, we got told to go and plant a Cadentine for an Elder Cadentine potion. And with that, we went and found this forest dwelling fella. Brought him back just to have a meeting, and went and found the old lady and hammered a rune bar onto her. I don't really know what we did here, fixed something. Anyway, we hammered an old lady and then brought her back. Made this elder potion, which is what is needed to allow us into the Grand Library. Now, for a lot of people, this library is something that's scary. It takes hours to complete. It's huge. It's impossibly hard to figure out without RuneLight. I've done it on day one before, and everyone was just waiting for RuneLight to update. So I'm very glad that quest help is a thing. So yeah, as bad as this can be, I'm not going to make everyone watch the entire way through. At least there's no shades and you can just walk around, take your time, watch a little series. We'll catch up on your YouTubes on the side like I did. But yeah, this is what it looked like. Agility puzzle 1. Maybe. 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 Agility puzzle 2. You never know. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 3 for 3. Of course not. And there's the last one. So that was about 3 hours down into about 20 seconds. Brought everyone back for a meeting after all of my hard work, and they all decided to fall out. So obviously murder was our only option. And then once all that, went on a little hop, skip, and a jump around to Zulra's domain over here. You can see it in the background. Very cool little aspect. And brought our bald lady back over to the camp. And then with this bald lady done, we went and got the other one who was cosplaying as a tree. Good group cosplay. 10 out of 10 for effort. See you at next Comic-Con. Got him back to Letia. And with everybody back and all friends again, they decide that murder is the only option. So sent me off to kill these guys. They're always with the elf quests. It just feels like you're off killing a load of people, setting things on fire, killing more people, having a good time. And with that done, we got ourselves a ball, ran back to a, look at that, something else on fire. And one of the, what I always considered the more easier fights of this quest is coming up. And I was not prepared. I only had 20 something prayer points, 28 prayer points. So I had to prayer flick basically the entire thing, which normally wouldn't be too difficult apart from this one orange thing that can hit you a lot harder than I thought. And the fight itself isn't that nice, especially when she's throwing them out one after another, after another, after another. So yeah, we do get hit by a couple of these, and I think we get hit for like a 47. I think it's this one. The game just doesn't respond. It's a 37 we get hit for, and that's another 3 in a row. But we managed it. You know, we got it done. As we do. Touched a load of paint on the wall and became imbued with the power to rebuild a statue. So we went and got some limestone bricks, came back and built this statue that the paint on the wall had shown us. And then this lady decides to have a little vision. Came over to do the clue scroll portion right outside of Priff just to tease us. And then we have to strip down naked for this little pervert outside of the cave here. And then once she's seen us without any clothes on, she decides to go back to all of her friends. And we come to do the little tower defense portion of the quest. I was extremely worried about this. I didn't really see a way that we would be able to avoid the damage of the mages and the rangers, especially with the gear we have available. But we'll just see how it goes. And if we need to tally out and get more stuff, we will. So we planted a load of landmines and then went and met the other leaders, I guess. This portion always reminds me of, like in Game of Thrones or like Lord of the Rings, when they ride up to the other camp and go, "Oh yes, do you really want a war?" And they go, "Yes, there's no other choice." And so murder is the only option. Another real cool little cutscene here. Again, I can't tell what it's referencing, but it's something that really, really feels familiar to look at in my head. Must be all the murder. But the part of the quest we were worried about, all you really have to do is keep the archers away from firing at the gate. And then I think the trick that I found was if you can get the melees stuck behind an archer while praying range, you don't really take a lot of damage. There's a good tip for people. If you can get an archer towards the front, you don't start taking the odd 9 and 7 little bit, as you can see me taking in the background. So if you can just get them stuck behind an archer, you can probably wait it out. I know we cut it kind of close here, but it wasn't too bad.
We made it.
So big bully man comes in, decides to stab Elena. We're very sad about it, obviously. This fight is practically... you can't lose this fight. It has a couple of mechanics in it, which is basically just pray melee, because all he does is stab you. He has 2 special attacks. The first one looks like this, where he pushes you, and all you have to do is pray range until he throws the little dart thing at you, and then pray melee. The other one is that little vial, which all you have to do is drink a restore after if you really want to, but I wouldn't pressure if you're not low on prayer points, because it's only a -5. And with him dead, we now start the very last boss fight. In this cutscene, this little egg that Seren is inside here is one of the coolest objects in the game. I don't know what it is. Something about it just looks so cool, man. Whoever designed this quest and all these little models and objects did such a good job. It's such a fun quest. If you've never done it and you have the stats to do it, 100% go and do this quest. It is so much fun. It's challenging. It's just a good time overall. Dark? All I've ever known is the darkness. Alright, Bane. So, with Seren spouting out that she's evil and that she's just a fragment and all this, that, and the other, we really need to go and get ourselves geared up for this fight. There is a lot of preparation that we actually have to do first before we are even close to ready. Now, don't worry, I won't take up your entire day with this. Let's teleport out, let's see what she hits. Whoa, that's big. And yeah, my internet seems to want to die tonight, so I don't know if we'll be able to do the fight. But this is where we're going to station up. We're going to pickpocket these chests for diamonds. With those diamonds, we are going to get 9, and we're going to make phoenix necklaces. Once we've got our 9, I think we also need a rock cake, so we'll grab that real quick. And that's a rock cake cooled. So our method, I'll explain to you in just a second, but it involves cave nightshades, which you can get. You have to go and get the scavenge map back, but we got 9 of them. And once we had all 9 of them, we came across the worst trap in the game just to walk our way back. Now, luckily, we don't want full hit points when we actually get to Seren, so that's not a big deal at all. So we make our way back. So, the boss fight. The method we're going to use involves phoenix necklaces and cave nightshades. Basically, when the big attack comes, what we're going to do is equip the phoenix necklace and eat a Cave Knight Shade, which will proc the necklace into healing us because it'll drop us below 20% of our health and heal us 30. This is what it should look like. And this is what happens when you are much too high health. Yeah. So we just about managed to avoid death. I think that was on the tick to avoid that. So let's re-gear and let's give it a proper go. No. I'm out. We've got to finish it this time round. I can't do it again. I can't do another one. Oh god, I'm out of restart. We've got to finish it now. Big hit. Oh, come on. Big hit. Big hit. Come on. Come on. Oh. We've done it. Oh. We've done it. We actually finished it. Song of the Elves completed on our ultimate Ironman at about 72 combat. Honestly, I'm shocked we even got this far. When I started this series, I didn't think we would even get close to completing our goal of getting to Prif. I thought I'd just play for a month or so and then give up, but I can't believe we've got all the way here. Let's change our house. Let's put our stuff away. Let's make it official. Let's move in. We're bagging our stuff. We even got ourselves a medium clue to top the day off. Imagine. Bagging our stuff after Song of the Elves. Get an eclectic. Get a medium clue. Ranger boots. It's meant to be. Or a white headband, you know, I'll take it. It's close enough. I'll take it. So here we are. The end of our goal. We've made it to Prif. Our stats are looking juicy. Don't look at our melees and our Slayer level, but everything else is looking pretty damn good for the start of an account. 82 magic, 70 range is going to be massive. You know, 83 hunter, 79 agility. This entire last row is above 70. Look at that. Like, 94 thieving. We've come such a long way. Obviously, we'll start working on Slayer eventually, and we'll start working on a few more of the quests. But we've done over 100 quests. You know, we've not exactly done a bad job. Our time paid is just over 30 days. So you've done well to get here in that time. I'm very impressed. Just broke over 29 million XP with that as well. So yeah, this is it. This is the finale. The end of Season 1. Now, as far as Season 2, I really don't know. I don't know what our goals are. I don't know what we want to head towards. I don't know what you guys would want to see. So yeah, hit me up in game. Write down in the comments what you'd like to see. And yeah, thank you all so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.